How's it going, all you walleye fishermen, ladies and gentlemen alike? Today, what I want to show you is a little technique that we've been using for lights on our planer boards. Now, there's tons and tons of lights that you can add to these things, but for the most part, I mean, you can have fireflies, you got all different kinds. But for the most part, what we're going to be focusing on today is these little tea lights right here. These are cheap, they're a dime a dozen. You can get a cart of batteries for these things on Amazon for nearly next to nothing. So what we did this year is instead of hard mounting anything to it, to the planer board, and then have to take it off and unscrew it for the summertime, what I wanted to try to figure out was like kind of like a multi-purpose way to, an easy way to do this. So what I did this year was I took Velcro, which is, it's a 10-pound Velcro. It looks like this. The reason I like this one is because if you look at the hooks in there, the hooks are really super fine, and the Velcro that attaches to it is really super fuzzy. So when these two come together, I mean, it's dang near impossible to get apart. So the only problem, the issue that I had, which is what I wanted to talk with you today about, was when I took the short piece, which where it just went to, here it is. So I took a short piece, okay, and I just attached it like so, from here to there, like that. Now, what I was having an issue with was this was coming loose and this was coming unstuck, and then I would have to heat it with like a lighter or something to stick it back down. So what I did this year, and what I'm gonna try for next year, is attaching it a little bit differently. So I'm gonna take this Velcro and I'm gonna take it all the way down to the arm. I'm gonna fold it back and go down underneath behind the board like so. And when we tuck the styrofoam in there, it's gonna hold this to keep it from coming undone. And then heat this with a lighter to activate the adhesive a little bit better. Stick it down and back around like that, and this should take care of our problem. Now, what we did with the tea lights was I cut a piece long enough to come up over the edges. If you see the squares right there, just enough. Now I heated that with a lighter, and then I stuck it on there. These never came off. These stayed on there, and they're very, very super strong. So just like anything, I took a liberty of already assembling one together. So what it'll look like is like this. So if you have the tattletale flag on the back of your boards like I do, on the back of your offshore planer boards, and these are a different style of release clip that I've been also toying with. So it'll kind of look like this, where the Velcro comes all the way to the front. Now you take your light, so if you're out fishing, you're gonna cinch your light all the way down, and you're gonna put it right on this Velcro, on this other piece right here, and you're just going to give it a little mick twist like that, right? So now your board still works, your light is on, and look, that's not coming off of there. If it starts to get loose, only because I've been doing that with it. So you just take it on there again, you give it a little twist, you make sure it's lined up properly. This thing doesn't come off. And when you're out, if you see the light cascading, let me shut this off. You can see I put it directly under the flag, so that way when you're out fishing, you can still kind of see your flag, which is kind of neat. You see it in the light, all of a sudden, boom, it disappears, it's gone. If you run tattletale flags with these tea lights. And that's pretty basic and pretty simple. It works. That is a quick setup. This Velcro that I got, that 10-pound Velcro with these smaller hooks and that really fuzzy backing, is very cheap. It was only like $250 for this pack, and then I cut them down into these size strips so that it would again go across the top, come across the top, go around the back, down underneath the Velcro, or underneath the styrofoam. And it's really easy. Like I said, once you put that in there, you just pop your board right back in, right right over top of that, and it's going to force it to stay in there. So I don't know, maybe that's a little tip that might help you guys when you're out fishing, nighttime fishing for walleye again, and you see how much light that puts off, and the board still works, and this thing ain't going nowhere. It's not going anywhere. It's not coming off. Look. Okay, that's how good that sticks on there. And like I said again, there's many different lights that they put up here, or they put light sticks, but this is very simple, fairly easy. And then if you're not night fishing and you're day fishing, take off the light, put it away, you're done, and you still got your Velcro there, and your board's still going to work the same. So I hope that helps you. It's helped me, and good luck, tight lines, and big fish on the water. We'll see ya.